Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Star Wars Facts and Theories. In this episode, I'm going to discuss when the Empire switched from clones to Stormtroopers. I'm sure a lot of you have been wondering about this, which is why I decided to make a video out of it. So let's get into it, shall we? The clone troopers were created by the Kaminoans at the request of Jedi Master Sifo Dyas, who had been tricked by Count Dooku into believing that the clones would be used as a force for good, wielded by the Jedi's skillful hands. He was betrayed by Count Dooku, however, and murdered. The clone troopers were all Sidious's ideas as his ultimate goal for getting rid of the Jedi. Count Dooku was the one who found the perfect template, Jango Fett, who was a former Mandalorian and bounty hunter. The clone troopers turned out to be one of the most formidable fighting forces that the galaxy had ever seen, but they did have their drawbacks that the Emperor noticed, such as they did not follow orders blindly as the war progressed, and because they all looked the same as each other, they tried to have their own unique personality, which the Emperor detested. So a little less than a year after Order 66, he decided that they were no longer useful, so he decided to switch to a new band of troops that he named Stormtroopers. The Stormtroopers began their training quickly under the guidance of Clone Wars veterans, while the clones, left abandoned and alone with no friends or family, went to go and live in a galaxy that no longer needed them. The Stormtroopers were proved to be extremely less effective than the clones, but they did have their improvements. They followed orders blindly, and they were expendable, so they were just what the Emperor had wanted, a hammer to ensure that the galaxy would follow his rule. But as the rebellion grew, the Emperor started to see that they were not as effective as he would have hoped. He began making their training quicker, and they were forced into battle faster, which is one of the reasons why they are such terrible shots. But inevitably, they were crushed by the rebellion towards the end of the Galactic Civil War. Their sheer numbers not enough to save them. Years later, when the First Order entered into the fray, they realized that Stormtroopers could still have a place in the galaxy, but they needed to be fully devoted to the First Order to be extremely effective. So, the First Order started abducting children from their homes as close to birth as possible, where they would begin their conditioning so that they would believe that the First Order was all. Then they'd also begin blaster training and made versions of close combat training that we found out about in the Before the Awakening novel. This made them extremely more effective than the original version of the Stormtroopers. But anyway, there's our answer, folks. The Empire switched from clones to Stormtroopers a little less than a year after the Clone Wars, which we found out about in the Ahsoka novel. It's really good if you want to go and read that for yourself. I highly recommend it. But anyway, people, what did you all think of the video? Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, comment below with any facts or theories you have about the Clone Troopers or the Stormtroopers, or any questions you might have for me. Click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications and be aware of any future videos I might make. Hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Come back soon for more videos, and may the Force be with you always.